Welcome back to Frontier Bobs, an actual play RPG played in the acid western role-playing game Frontier Scum by Carl Druid.
Yeehaw! I'm Janette, and I'm playing Killdread Sprains, wanted dead for casual murder.
Hi, I'm Shubert. I'll be playing Billy Bigtoes Tamburino, wanted dead or alive for wanton loitering.
Hi, I'm Cristina, and I'm playing Mariposa Dela Cruz Rosales, also known as Smiley, and I got attempted grave robber to my name.
Yippee! I'm Dan, and I'm playing Archie Elseworth. I'm wanted dead for attempted picketing.
I'm Shaun, your game marshal. And if you like what you hear, don't forget to subscribe to the podcast and check out our Patreon at www.patreon.com/thehouseofbob. Last time on Frontier Bobs, the outlaws come to an understanding with Black Eye and her bandits, seeming to find some common ground in their distaste for Marshal Knapp and his methods. Archie and Mariposa send Dr. Dandilly to hide in the canyons with the crate that they suspect Knapp's man Makarty has requested of them. Learning that the water is part of Knapp's mission for the outlaws, Black Eye becomes suspicious of the water's integrity, and the crew test it, hoping to find out if any of the water has been poisoned. But when Archie reaches into a previously unopened barrel for a drink, he finds it has a false bottom, and within finds several kilograms of wired dynamite set on a timer.
That's right, we use kilograms here.
Sounds cooler than pounds.
It sounds so much cooler.
It's heavier than pounds, and
Yeah.
it sounds better. So anyways, you're all standing here in the middle of the Snakehole Pier bandit camp. Toasty little campfire off to one side. You're all standing well away from a row of barrels that you now know are home to a big pile of dynamite that Sharky Smith, one of the bandits' henchmen, has told you. From my experience with dynamite, when it starts to tick, that's when you know there's a timer attached to it.
I think he's right.
You're a genius, Sharky.
I've never been called something like that before, but I think I could get used to it.
All right, someone else will have to take a look at it. I can't read clocks.
I don't think there is a clock attached to it.
No? What was ticking?
There was some kind of trigger, but yeah.
Is it ticking?
Yes, there's definitely some sort of timer on it.
Oh, never
I'll
mind.
confirm that. It is a non-player character being role-played by the Dungeon Master.
We said it mere moments ago.
Well, you're the expert, Sharky. We're kind of relying on you here.
It's a timer. There's a timer on it. I need to spend more time with it to determine how long it's been set for, or if we could deactivate or adjust it, but I don't want to mess around with it until I'm sure.
So we were headed to Red Top Oil Rig, is that right?
Yeah.
Okay. So we were headed to Red Top. That's who this delivery was for. And that from where we left was about a 2-week journey. And we're about 5 days in. So, if they're the intended target, we could assume we have some time. Would that be a safe assumption, everyone?
I think so.
Yeah.
Or it could explode at any moment. And then I look at it.
It could have before as well.
We also should be careful. I believe Makarty, he might be stalking these parts, and he is Knapp's eyes out here. So if he discovers that we have found the dynamite, things might go awry.
Well, maybe we could use this dynamite for something. Sell it to somebody who doesn't know any better, or better yet, we could use it to blow up something that needs blowing up.
Could hide it in Knapp's office.
Oh, that'd be great. We could kidnap Knapp, if you will, and bring him over here and put him in a barrel.
So, to be clear, at the Red Top Oil Rig, all the place, like the houses are made of glass. Is that correct?
When we tried to raid it before, yeah, there were 3 buildings complete, and a 4th one they were building steel, glass, a little bit of wood, but yeah, they look like big houses made out of glass.
So as you can imagine, dynamite in a glass house, that'd be pretty devastating.
Especially if they're growing crops in those houses, which is something I've heard people can do.
I feel like we should pay them a visit. Maybe we can make them allies. since clearly Nap's trying to blow him up.
Yeah, but I think we gotta get rid of this dynamite.
Then we need to definitely disable the bomb.
It's too dangerous to be taken around. We gotta take it out to the desert, leave it out there to blow up.
Now, let's worry about that later.
Yeah, you're right. Couple of months, we'll come back for it.
Let's try to defuse it, I think.
Well, I don't know nothing about diffusing, but we could just set it off.
I can help you with the diffusing a little bit, but I'm going to need somebody with some steady hands to help me out.
Oh,
Right.
Billy,
And that,
I believe that's you.
no. I nudge you, Archie, and I'm like, shall we call the doc?
Oh, you have a fine point. Oh, Beatrice, we found your doc. He's back there. So,
Yeah, we found one of your friends. I don't know if we mentioned after all this.
Doc, come on out. Come on out.
So you call out, you give the signal, and you wait 5, 10 minutes.
No.
You just left him out there? Don't you know the chupacabras are there?
15 minutes.
Shit. What if Makarty got to him? All right. Thinking that Makarty may have gotten to him, I hoof it over there.
I follow suit.
Okay. Anybody else going with him?
Yeah.
Yes, to keep
Okay.
the party together. Even though Killdread longingly looks back at Black Guy
At those plump lips. Yeah.
before.
Black Eye mouths something like,
Oh.
come back soon to you.
Oh.
You go through the caves, back out to the horse corral. You find the doc's tracks very easily. He's dragging a big box through sand by a rope.
Right.
Mhm.
So you follow his trail for a little ways, goes around a first wind and then another wind and kind of these like oxbow shaped canyons. And then you find the trail ends. The box trail kind of just stops in the sand. You see a bunch of boot prints around this area, some horse hooves.
Oh, hell.
But you do not see Dr. Dandilly anywhere, nor his horse, nor the box.
Archie, did you leave this poor fella out here on his own?
Guys, I feel like I may have played a small part in Doc being kidnapped.
Kidnapped again? When am I ever going to meet up with my friends? I mean, aside from you folks.
Yeah, we're friends now.
Well, I don't know. Let's look at these boot prints, see if they're chupacabra or not.
They can't have gone far. Do we grab horses? Do we ride out?
Yeah, you could.
Wait.
I mean, they're not your horses, but you could have ridden out on the bandit horses, sure.
We gotta look at these boot prints and remember what Makarty's looked like.
It's been about 20 minutes since you made the call to bring him back.
Right.
Let's try and track him down, I guess. So
Yeah. Somebody here have tracking?
Got some kind of nature expert, Archie? Someone who is responsible for getting us into this mess?
I don't have any skills that would help me track. I have
thought
the
you
eye of
were
the
a
owl,
hunter.
which is in the dark. Yeah, I'm a hunter, but there's different styles of hunting. Some you lay in wait, some you hunt down, some you just put out traps.
Do you have hunting as a skill?
No.
let's go back over this because it's been a few weeks since we've probably heard specifically what skills everybody has. Why don't we
Yeah.
Right.
recap so we all know what we've got?
So I can make friends with coyotes.
Right.
Handy. I'm an expert at blending into my environment.
Uh-huh.
I'm a brick climber. I have quiet step. And then I have eye of the owl.
Oh, why don't you use that one?
That one's good for seeing in the dark, I think.
That's how we were playing it. Yeah, is that you were able to see a little bit better in the dark than the average human.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay, so Mariposa has shifting blame, quiet step.
So it's not Mariposa's
Story-
fault.
Nope, it's definitely not. This is all Archie's doing.
Roll for it.
Story Weaver and Eye for Detail, which maybe I could use for that.
Yeah.
But I don't know if anybody else has got something better.
What has Killdread got?
Killdread has got Fast Runner, Lookout, and Bamboozle Scum.
Okay. And what about Billy Bigtoes?
He has swindle. He is that last episode. He has take a punch and dress fancy. If he ever needs to do that. Well,
Okay.
I mean, he's always trying his best.
Okay. Eye for detail is probably the best skill here to track these potential kidnappers. That'd be a wits from Mariposa.
Okay, so that would mean I got a 12.
You rolled that with advantage, right?
Yes.
Okay. That will be enough. You're able to track. So you are able to tell that all of this kerfuffle here, these horse tracks and boot tracks are pretty recent, last 15 minutes or so. You can tell that they headed off down a left fork up ahead into some sort of rockier parts of the canyon. But you see some areas up ahead where, there's some brush that's been bent or a horse hoof and a little bit of stray sand that looks like you should be able to continue the tracking if you are careful as you go. So kind of, if your plan is to go after Dr. Dandilly, I would like to know what's your approach here. Are you taking these same bandit horses that you're on, in which case we got to roll to see what they are? Or are you grabbing your own horses? Are you rushing after these guys to try and catch up? Are you taking your time? What's the outlaw approach that you want to take?
My suggestion is we send Beatrice back, maybe to let them know what we're going to go do.
Okay.
So we're not just abandoning everybody. Killdread's new love doesn't, maybe come out with a gun for us.
She would never.
I think she would. If she felt scorned enough. And then maybe go after them or whatever we decide to do from there.
Okay.
I was thinking we could leave our horses and wagon and all that stuff behind and just use some of the bandits' horses.
Okay.
Potentially.
So we're going to assume that you've taken the best horses that you could find that were there.
The fastest, because we want to catch up with these guys.
So I need everybody to roll a D12.
I got an 8.
Okay, you're on a mule.
Shit.
I got a 7.
Oh, sorry, I did that wrong. An 8 would be a riding horse. A 7 would be a riding horse.
Ooh.
I also got a 7, so sweet.
Okay, also riding horse and Mariposa.
Someone just roll for me because I can't dig this out.
Yeah. I got you a 1.
That's the best horse in the game.
That is a mule.
Oh, I had a mule before. That's what I'm used to.
The main downside there is that the mule is slow.
Yeah, you guys go on ahead. I'll catch up with my eye for detail.
If you ditch the mule, can you ride on one of our horses at the same speed? Or that slow it down with being 2?
Could do that. Then you just have the 3 horses.
Yeah.
Okay,
That way we can all stay the same speed.
All right.
Okay.
You can ride with whoever.
let's go. Yeehaw!
You can concentrate on looking.
You can be the shooter. I did have a question before we left. Were we able to figure out how many were involved in the little kerfuffle with the doc? Did we count different horses, different sets of footprints?
That's a good question. I'm going to say that with just the 12, she did not roll high enough to get that much detail.
Okay.
It's too dusty.
But wouldn't me or Shubert, or sorry, Billy recognize that those boot prints, because Makarty was hanging around our camp for a while, so we might be able to.
How much were you focusing on his boots?
I mean,
He is a
lot.
fancy dresser.
Yeah.
Yeah, Billy's a fancy dresser.
Yeah, why don't we say that? You have an eye for the latest fashions.
Yeah.
I do.
And prior fashions. And yeah, there was something unique about Makarty's boots. You see one of the boot tracks, just like this little nice, crisp, clear right boot is definitely Makarty's boot.
Son of a bitch.
Does it when he steps at an indentation, it just says Makarty on
It's got
it?
like a scrolly looking M carved into the sole of his boot.
That's pretty cool, actually. Not super smart, but pretty cool.
I want that boot. I mean, hey, there's his boot.
You know that this brand, it's a very exclusive brand. You tried really hard to get the contract to sell it in your own shop, but this, that, the other thing, limited edition, whatever. You know that these are some pretty good boots.
All right, well, that's definitely Makarty, guys.
We ride. Hi-ho!
Okay.
So, maybe we send Beatrice back
Yes.
on the mule.
Yes, of course. I'll head back and I'll let Black Guy know that you're on the hunt. Should I tell her that they also have the box?
Yes.
All right.
Yes.
Tell them Doc took it.
I'll
Well, we don't have to say that.
Yeah.
Maybe they just took all of it.
I'll do you one better. I'll tell them that Makarty took the box and Dan.
Exactly.
Oh,
Yeah.
that's smarter.
You would have thought of it eventually, Archie. Don't worry. And
No.
she takes the mule back with her as she rides off. Okay, we got to do some riding here.
Hell yeah.
In my head, it's kind of a chase. Now, this rule set doesn't, for some reason, in a game with horses, doesn't have really distinct rules for chases. It just says that mules are slow, riding horses are a normal speed, race horses are very fast and good at maneuvering. Like, it kind of gives you information like that. So we know that steering a wagon is a grit check. Maneuvering the horse is a slick check. Staying in the saddle when you would otherwise be knocked out is a slick check. And calming or commanding your horse is a wits.
Are we still experiencing heat stroke?
I would
have
say
water.
you've had that water. You were hanging out in the cave. Let's say no. You're cured.
Your kissing saved you.
Yes, of course.
Oh, yeah, the kissing.
You had to cool off.
That magical touch.
Yeah, I would love to try to, I guess, race these guys down. We've got to shoot them down, probably.
We have to imagine that they're also slower carrying that crate. So our chances of catching up are a little better.
Yeah. Well, I mean, we're riding fast on horses. I could see that being dangerous. And I think Mariposa is doing our spotting for us. So I figure Mariposa should be like rolling to keep the trail while the rest of us are just trying to ride hard and fast.
Yeah, you're leading the charge.
Okay.
All right.
So let's do that. So Mariposa is maybe on the back of someone else's horse, keeping an eye out on the tracks while everybody else is trying to usher the horses through at all speed. So everybody roll slick except for Mariposa, who's going to give me a wits.
Can I use my eye for detail on that?
Yes.
14.
17 for Mariposa.
15 for Killdread.
Oh, no. Do we have an ace for the start of this episode?
We do.
Yeah,
Yep.
you do.
Okay, I'm going to use that on this roll. Oh, that's going to be an 8 from Bigtoes.
Okay.
It's fine. We'll catch up.
So as you are riding through these canyons, you're twisting, you're turning, you're trying to keep the horses on a safe path while still being in a good position to make up any time as you chase after these other horsemen. At one point, Billy Bigtoes' horse stumbles a little bit, and it will take 2 points of damage.
Oh, no.
You make me a slick check to stay in the saddle.
So is this sort of like a long shot where we're just
Yeah.
watching them from the side?
Yeah, for sure. And like in the distance above the canyon walls, you can see a bit of a dust cloud rising, and you're starting to realize that you are gaining on them as you start to usher your horses a little faster. Yeah, this is where Billy Bigtoes' riding horse stumbles a little bit as it hits like a loose rock or something like that. It takes a bit of damage. And how's your slick roll?
I rolled a 9.
Okay. At this point, you fall a little bit behind. I won't have you take damage or anything like that, but you're going to be like a round behind when the group comes up to the pursued group.
Sounds good. Yeah, Billy Bigtoes just yells at them to go on ahead. I'll catch up. Don't worry.
Okay. You round another corner and you hit this long, dry riverbed. Ahead, you see 5 horses. Strapped between 2 of them is the box up high. 2 men with their arms over it, keeping it steady as they usher their horses at a bit of a canter.
That was my idea.
It was your idea, strangely. I'm just going to make a roll here real quick. Okay. As you pull out into this straightaway, you see that they have not yet noticed that you are in pursuit. What do you do?
Jeez. Where did he get this posse from? We never even saw them. All right.
I mean, he snuck up on us before.
Do we see Doc?
You can make a wits. They're still a little ways off. The dust cloud behind them is also obscuring things a little bit.
Oh, I'm going to do it. and use my spyglass.
Don't worry about it. I got a 20.
Oh,
Ooh, nice.
he uses
Oh,
my
is that
spyglass.
was that a natural 20?
It is a natural 20.
Do you want an ace or do you want a skill?
Maybe a tracking skill.
Or a horse riding skill?
Oh, yeah.
Oh,
Or a horse riding skill would be good.
sure. I'll take a horse riding skill.
Now that your horse isn't trying to eat you, you can actually learn how to ride it.
What do we want to call it?
I'm open to suggestions.
ATH, all-terrain horse.
Yeah.
All-terrain horse. Yeah, do
Okay,
that.
cool. Yeah,
Okay.
sure. ATH.
All right, so you have spotted Dr. Lucas Dandilly. He looks like his hands are tied to his saddle as he rides just beside Ingo Makarty. You can recognize his straight-brimmed hat.
Gotcha.
So as you see these 5 horsemen ahead of you, one of them definitely Dandilly, another definitely Makarty. What do you do?
They don't know we're chasing them.
I rolled a perception for them, and they have not spotted you. So you have a little bit of a lead up on them.
Oh,
here.
excellent.
We just got to shoot him.
Killdread's just gonna take a shot.
Feel like that's our best bet.
That'll probably spook him, but I'm way behind you guys, so I can't.
That's true.
You
Yeah.
guys are one making the decision.
Because you're saying this area, like, is there any, like, can we use the environment to our advantage, or is it just like straight flat for miles?
The canyon section that you're in right now is straight
Yeah.
at the moment, but yeah, there are still high walls. There's still scrub. There's still boulders. Feel free to help me come up with a terrain that might be used to your advantage here. Like, let's be.
Well, one thought I had was because I have this rope ladder.
Hmm.
If me and Mariposa could ride up on a ledge, if like the riverbed is narrow and then there's like a bit of a high part, like where the dry land used to be.
Yeah.
So now there's a bit of like a divot where the river used to be.
Hmm.
If we could like ride up on that, get ahead of them, and now the rope ladder fall in front, then the horses might get spooked and then rear and everybody fall off. But I can't imagine that's going to work out.
Like a rope ladder tire spike.
Yeah.
That's pretty cool. So you would really have to push your horses to do that in order to get ahead of them.
Okay.
And above them specifically,
We
I guess.
used horse TV, all-terrain horse.
We got our all-terrain horse.
Do a spike strip on horses?
like a tripping
Yeah, like a
device.
tripwire.
I like it.
I think it's pretty fun. It sounds to me like it would be cinematic.
I like it, yeah.
So I guess the only other question I would have would be, are you going to try and pace it so that they like come around a corner and you're ahead of them? Or are you going to try and outrace them just in this and then get ahead of them and do that? Like, and they'll see you or...
I think we're going to try to do the first one.
Okay.
Yes.
I think, yeah, it could be interesting to see like how, if both of you are able to get ahead, maybe only one of you can actually like catch up with them, right? Get ahead and above them, and then the rest
That's
of
true.
us will kind of be behind them.
Yeah, and then
Right.
if somebody can distract them from behind,
Right.
so they're looking behind, then they'll run into it.
Well,
Okay.
it sounds like the job of an ATH. So
It does,
Yes.
yeah. So I've kind of been, in my head, I've kind of had Mariposa on the horse with Archie. I don't know if
That makes
that
sense,
suits
yeah.
everybody. So Archie, I'll have you roll, let's call this a wits to really spur your horse to go
Okay.
faster. Killdread, you'll have to do the same.
15.
If I use an ace, am I allowed to use my better roll?
No, you
No.
use the new roll.
Okay. Mine's not great.
What'd you get?
I got a 10.
Ah,
I
use
feel like
your
you don't
ace.
need a lot for distraction, but
This is to get ahead of them.
Yeah, it's get ahead.
oh, I thought I was getting ahead.
We're both getting ahead.
Oh, we're both getting ahead. Okay. Yeah, use that ace.
Okay, well, that was a 10.
Okay.
So I guess it's just 10.
Yeah.
Okay.
It was meant to be.
Yeah, the two of you spot like a side trail that you think you can get up and ahead and around the next corner ahead of them. So you spur your horses. You begin to climb this like rocky kind of area that Archie has no trouble getting his horse up, but it takes Killdread a little bit more time. Killdread, now you're a little bit behind. So as we come around, we this like panning drone shot of the horses coming around this oxbow back towards and around. And Killdread is like still coming down the next slope to get into position as Archie hits the dry riverbed ahead of them. He's in position, but they now have a chance to see Killdread. And I rolled a success.
Uh-oh.
So, Killdread, you're coming down this hill, and you can see ahead of you, they come around the bend, and as they do, they look up, and you lock eyes with Makarty, and he recognizes you. He sees you. You see him. There's this, extreme close-up of your eyes squinting at each other, and we're going to go into initiative here. So, that is going to be...
Does that mean I'm hidden from them, though? Currently?
Yes, you are currently hidden from them. So we've got Mariposa and Archie on one horse, hidden from the gang. We've got Killdread coming down a slope. He's got some elevation on them. And I suppose the question would be, Bigtoes, are you coming up the slope the same way to take the shortcut, or are you coming around the bend behind the gang?
Yeah, I think I'm heading up the trail behind the gang.
So first round will be without Billy, and you'll join us on the second. All right, I rolled a 6 on initiative. That means that the players get to go first.
All right.
They're closing in. They're at sort of distant rifle range right now.
I want to take a shot at our good friend here. Or I guess not our good friend. I don't want to shoot the doctor. Our not so good friend.
Do you want to get off the horse for a steadier shot?
Or do you want to lean the rifle on Archie's shoulder?
Oh, shit. I want to do a Mad Max.
Surely deafening him, but steadying the rifle that way.
Fucking Mad Max style.
I have the shakes. Don't.
It's all that bad water he's been drinking.
At least I will after this, yeah.
But yes, I'll do that.
Okay.
Right.
I got my repeater, so I will use that.
Okay. These guys are moving. I'm going to say this is a tough shot, so it's slick, difficulty 14. And are you shooting at Makarty or one of his henchmen?
Or
Makarty.
the horses.
Yeah, I was thinking the horses. I just always hate that in video games.
Yeah, but it's a really good way to
it's a much bigger target.
take them down. Sure. They'll take damage from falling.
I don't condone shooting horses, but I would make it a difficulty 12.
Yeah, you could just say that shooting at a horse makes it rear. Doesn't kill it, just makes it rear and the person falls off.
Frighten the horse.
Yeah.
I do like that one.
Yeah.
Okay. We'll go with that. I got a 16.
Nice.
A 16. All right, that is a hit. Roll me your damage.
4.
4 damage. Okay.
Which one were you shooting at?
Makarty's horse.
Oh, nice.
Okay, so yes, his horse dodges to the side, avoiding the bullet, but causing Makarty to have to steady his ride. He's going to have to make a check here. And the horse spills him from the saddle.
Nice.
He hits the sand,
Excellent.
rolling into a big cloud of dust. Next player.
I'm just going to shoot people.
Are you trying to spill another guy from a horse? Or are you trying to shoot a specific person?
Me?
Yeah.
Oh, yeah, I'm trying to shoot McCarty.
Okay.
Oh, okay.
He's currently collapsed into a cloud of dust, rolling along the ground. There's horse and chaos around him. Do you have a long rifle or a repeater?
I got a revolver.
A revolver? Okay, so this is a pretty difficult shot for a pistol. It's going to be difficulty 16.
Oh. If I move a little bit closer, can I move a little bit closer and shoot at him? I can't remember.
I'm going to say that would be your turn.
Moving or shooting?
Moving it.
Oh, okay.
Just because you're coming down the slope, you got to kind of manage your horse getting down.
Take the shot.
Oh, really? Okay.
Just go for one of his dudes, because they're going to be shooting at us too.
Well, I wanted to shoot at his shooting arm to just take him out of commission, but not kill him.
Well, that would be even harder.
Would it?
Yeah.
Okay, then I will shoot at one of his dudes, the closest one to me.
So difficulty 14.
Oh, 15.
15.
Hey, that worked
Oh,
right.
yeah.
Roll damage.
4.
Ooh, 4 damage. Okay. This guy...
Dang.
Horse also gets spooked. He's going to have to try and calm it. And he stays in the saddle.
Nerd.
Archie.
Okay. Does that mean you didn't take any damage or anything?
No, I'll have him take damage.
Okay.
To his bride.
I will take a shot at Makarty.
Okay. Again, difficult shot.
Mhm.
With all the cover and stuff like that. What gun have you got?
I have a repeater.
Okay, so difficulty 14.
Hey, 14.
On the nose, all right.
3.
Okay, 3 points of damage. So a bullet whizzes past the horses and into the cloud of dust. You hear a cry of pain. Ah! And it's going to be my guys' turns.
Uh-oh.
With 3 horsemen still in their saddles, they know that a gunshot has come from the bushes. 2 gunshots have come from the bushes, and 1 has come from the ridge from Killdread. So I'm just going to have each of you roll a dodge, which is luck. In the bushes, let's say that's with advantage.
Heck yeah.
Oh, I'm so sorry, everybody. Ace killer.
Ace killer.
Sorry, I rolled the 1.
The aces are gone. What'd you get, Archie?
14.
14. And what did Mariposa get?
7.
7.
Oh,
Okay,
no.
so Mariposa and Killdread are both going to take a hit. These are both D6s.
Oh, God. I could die right now.
Yep.
3 damage Mariposa and 2 damage Killdread.
Yeah, so I only have 3 HP.
You're at 0.
But, I still have my hat.
Oh, yeah, that's true.
Ooh.
You can lose your hat.
Hat,
Yes,
hat.
I will do that.
Okay.
My dark tan Panama hat.
Oh, no.
Beaded band.
It flies off of your head. Killdread, what about you? Are you taking that damage?
Yep.
Okay. All right. It is Makarty's turn. He's going to stand. He scrambles up and rushes off to the side into cover. So he's out of view at the moment. New round. All right. Round number 2. A new initiative, and players are going first again.
Nice.
Oh, sweet.
The horses are now closer. They're now within like a medium range. So shots with revolvers will be a little bit easier. And we can see in the distance that Billy Bigtoes has rounded the far end of the bend and is now riding up behind them.
And eventually Billy gets over the hill and, he sees that shit's going down. Everybody's shooting at each other, so...
Oh, yeah, right. You're taking the hill. So, yeah, you're just coming up behind Killdread, and, you
Yeah.
see.
So everybody's shooting at each other, so Billy needs to, he's going to jump off his horse, find a rock to get behind or a bush or something, and he'll get out his long rifle and take a shot.
Shooting at one of these guys that's out in the open on their horses.
Yeah.
Go ahead.
So I rolled a 5.
Okay, that is a miss. All right, Archie, Mariposa, Killdread.
I was considering getting off my horse.
Okay.
Is that going to take an action?
We could say you do that as part of a move. Where do you want to go from there?
We're kind of up on a hill, right?
You're down in the dry riverbed right now, kind of hidden behind some shrubs.
Okay. And Makarty, can I move to a position to see him this turn? Or
You could
no?
try that. I would probably make you still roll to find him.
Sure. I will attempt to do that. I'll hop off my horse
Okay.
and make my way over, trying to keep some cover between me and the other guys, but
All right, let's call this a wits to locate him.
that is a big old 1.
Oh.
Oh, no.
Fail. All right, Mariposa and Killdread.
I was thinking I'd also jump off the horse, and then I don't know if I'm in a good angle for it, but I was going to slap the horse's butt and charge him into the group
Okay,
as a good distraction, I hope.
that's cool. So let's call that a wits to command the horse.
Ooh, nat 20.
Oh,
There we
nice.
go.
well, you
Okay.
can get an ace back.
Oh, thank God.
Yeah, do you want an ace or do you want a skill?
Oh, God. I probably should just take a skill. What should my skill be? Something like...
What were you trying to do in that moment?
Command the horse, right? Horse slapper.
I like horse slap.
Horse slapper.
Because I'm just imagining you could use that in so many different scenarios.
Yeah.
Yeah, all right.
That-
Horse slapper it is.
Okay, your horse bolts out from behind the brush, darting into the pack of bandits or whatever they are as they're riding all speed towards you, causes the horses to kind of buck, to shift out of the way, to rear. The crate drops from the back of the two that were carrying it, falling to the ground with a crash, and Doc Dandilly is able to kind of use his knees to guide his horse off to the side and is now riding it up the ridge towards Killdread, away from the 3 shooters.
That was
Nice.
really good.
That was really good.
We still got Killdread. What are you going to do?
I was considering staying on my horse and following those guys with the crate, but now that the crate has fallen, he's gonna get off his horse and run for cover too. So if I can find a bush or something, so you can.
Okay, there's like a boulder just beside you that you can drop down behind.
Yeah, so that's what he'll do.
Okay.
Yep.
I let Billy Bigtoes take a shot when he jumped into cover as well, so
Okay.
you could do one as well.
I do, yeah. Whoever is closest. 15.
That's a hit. Give me damage.
4.
4 damage. All right. Here's what's going to happen. These 3 guys are going to kind of split. One of them riding over towards Mariposa, one of them following after Doc Dandilly, and the other jumps off his horse, using it for cover, attempts to fire at somebody. Let's see here. Billy Bigtoes. So, Billy, I need a luck check with advantage because you got covered.
Not a natural 20, but a 20.
Okay, so you avoid getting shot. The bullet like zoom off of the boulder right beside you. You duck your head just in time. We've got these other two guys that are coming for Mariposa and for Killdread. They are going to shoot. It is going to be a tough shot, so you guys do get luck rolls as well.
17.
You're good.
7.
Yep.
Oh,
Yikes.
no.
This guy was shooting a revolver, so it's a D6. That is a 4.
Oh. Even if I use my hat, I fall to 0.
No, the hat negates the damage.
Oh, entirely.
Yeah.
Oh, I will use my hat. It's a bowler hat. It's kind of brown and dusty. The bullet just goes right through the center. It flies off.
It,
so high you can't even see
yeah, it whiffs off. Okay, you've blocked all the damage from that attack. It is now Makarty's turn. I need Archie to roll a very important wits check.
Oh, jeez. He snuck up on me.
He's trying.
Son of a bitch. 18.
Nice.
Oh, nice.
All right, so Archie's creeping along when all of a sudden he hears a scrabble of gravel just beside him. You manage to turn and grab on to Makarty's wrists as he brings a knife towards your face. The two of you are locked in a deadly struggle.
You're in my world now.
All right, it is round 3. Let's see who goes first. Players again.
Nice.
Oh, yay.
I think this is going to be the classic struggle of just trying to shove his knife into his body.
All right, so how wrestling works is when two combatants are trading blows back and forth, you are going to just check grit once. If you succeed, you do damage to him. If you fail, he does damage to you.
Oh.
He's pretty tough. It's going to be a difficulty 14.
17.
17. All right, you're going to do some knife damage to this guy. It's a D4 exploding.
It was a 4.
Nice.
Ooh.
Roll it again.
Roll it again.
Nice.
I'm coming at you. And a 2. 6 damage.
You roll back and forth, the knife digging into his shoulder. He shouts out in pain, "Ah, you have stabbed me. You shall not survive this day." All right, Mariposa, Killdread, Billy Bigtoes, what are you doing?
Am I close to this fight?
You hear shouts from amongst the rocks.
But I don't see them.
You don't see it. You could run towards it.
I suppose I will do that, and I'll take out my saber in the meantime.
Okay. So you run over, drawing your saber from its sheath. You come over a stand of boulders, and you see the two of them struggling in the rocks, twisting and turning, and one of them's on top, pushing the knife towards the other one, roll over, and then and you see there's like blood coating the sand. Both of them seem to be somewhat wounded and dragging their gore everywhere. What do you do?
Can I differentiate them, or they're just both too bloody at this point?
I mean, it's just such a melee. You would be able to get in there,
I
and
mean, you can't shoot us.
you could.
I don't want to shoot at you because of the same. I don't know who's who. Okay, I'm just gonna grab the first guy who's closest to me by the fucking scruff of his neck.
How the dog pile works is
Okay.
you are going to decrease the difficulty of the grit check by adding
okay.
yourself into the fight. So you also check a grit or roll grit, but now the difficulty is 1 less.
Oh, nice.
All right. Well, I grab for him,
Mm-hmm.
Makarty's neck, and I'm just gonna try to like hit him as hard as I can with the blunt end force of my saber
Yeah.
in the back of the head. Ooh, girl, I'm doing good. 16.
All right. So you
Ooh,
you
girl.
rush up behind, you hit him with the butt of your saber, roll a d4.
3.
Okay. And with a thunk and he slams to the ground. He may be unconscious. He may be dead. We'll find out in 2 weeks. Thanks for listening to The House of Bob. You can help the podcast by giving us a 5-star review on Apple Podcasts or Spotify, by following @The House of Bob on your favorite social media platform, by joining us on Discord, and most of all, by supporting us on Patreon. That's patreon.com/thehouseofbob, where you'll get access to exclusive actual play campaigns, director's commentary, RPG articles, zines, and more. All the links are in the show notes. Come check it out. This show is made possible thanks to all of our patrons. Thank you so much for your loving support. Frontier Bobs is an independent production by the House of Bob and is not affiliated with the Den of Druids. We're using the game rules as published under the Frontier Scum third-party license. Art for this campaign is by Shaun Makes. Audio production is by Astronomic Audio. And music is by Duke Albert, John Julius, Mike Hammock, and Shubert. Thanks again for listening, and roll on.
Wah, wah, wah.
Wow, wow, wow.
It's like Sean's worst nightmare. Get all the NPCs together. And
And they're all
get
going
them-
to talk to each other.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And, get
And they
them
all have to
all
do the
work.
hard work.
I have a cold, so I'm going to be quiet now.
We'll let Cristina recover.
Sorry.
So
Spicy chili.
What happened to me last episode?
It's not as spicy as
Oh
those
my
tacos
God.
we were talking about.
No,
It's
that was me drinking water
Yeah.
and trying to kill myself.
Nice work, Dan, bringing in those tacos.
Nice.
That's
Yeah.
true. I put lemon juice to help with my throat, and that just burned me so bad that I choked on it.
You know what's not good, or what lemon isn't good on, is tacos.
What's
You
that?
gotta use lime for your tacos.
Oh, okay. I
Yeah.
was about to be like, girl.
Hard shell or soft shell?
all right, so what do we want to call it?
Giddy up.
Horse riding skill.
Nice.
Something more specific than that. Let's give it some flavor here.
Good at horses.
No.
I don't know.
Horse whisper.
Animal handler.
So some of the skills that we see in the book are things like shift blame, herd cattle, forage for roots, charm donkey, calm horses, jump through
4x4
fire,
Mustang.
Horse doctor.
mountain riding,
Mountain riding.
Top Gear horse rider.
Yeah. Tokyo Drift.
horse racing
Horse-
is in here.
Horse drifting.
But let's like try and pick one thing specifically rather than just like, I'm good at riding horses all the time.
I'm open to suggestions.
I came
Well,
up with a bunch, and none of you liked them, so forget about it.
well, what did they do though? You just said names.
4x4 Mustang.
4x4 Mustang.
And what does that do?
Obviously mean an all-terrain horse rider.
Yeah, I mean, yeah, riding over rough terrain. I mean, that kind of makes sense.
Sure.
Cool.
Something, I came up with another cool one. It was just so cool that
Mhm.
I can't
Can't
repeat
remember.
it.
Lost to time.
Oh.
Yeah. Too fast, too horse.
Too fast, too horse. We can literally just house rule that horses just don't get shot and just
That's
aim
true.
for
We
people.
could do that too.
But shooting them makes them fall over. But they have infinite health.
But they get back up. Yeah.
Yeah, when horses fall to 0 hit points, they just walk away.
I get knocked out, but I get up again.
Sorry.
Ace killers never apologize.
What if I told you it was actually a 7 and I just read it wrong?
Is that true?
No.
What if that?
But I thought
though?
about it.
Roll deception.
Did he lose his hat?
He did not lose his hand.
Hmm.
Can NPCs do that?
I wasn't going to play that they could.
Good. We both agree.
You see his white horse cresting over the hill, the golden light behind him.
Gondor calls for aid.
Look to the east on the dawning of the third day.
Yes,
Where was
thank you.
Gondor when the Westfold fell? Sorry.
God, Billy took forever. 3 days.
Got a little lost there.
Mariposa, why does it say you're so good at horse slapping?
That's in my wanted poster.
Yeah. It's basically your resume.
Yeah, wanted dead or alive, horse slapper. God, why does everyone have more hit points than me?
How many do you have?
3?
I only have 3.
Yeah, everyone has more hit points than us.
When you get knocked to 0, sometimes you gain extra hit points.
Oh, yeah, that's true.
Mhm.
There's a chance.
That's what
You
happened to
don't
me
wanna
because I had
risk it.
2, I think.
let's
Or you could
put this
just
to the
die.
test. Mariposa, we on a count of 3.
We shoot each other. We stop
And we'll
everything we're
rise
doing
again.
right now.
It's just crazy enough to work.
Ah!
Arnold?
Yeah, I was going to say, it sounds a little bit like Arnold.
You have stabbed me.
There you go.
You shall not survive this day.
How many hit points do you have?
I am running low, but you will not take another from me before I take all of yours.
Brought to you by the Cheesy Gordita Crunch.
How's it, Bob? Powered by the crunch.
Crunch power.
That's pretty
Crunch
good.
power.